It's up for grabs now!
Magic ball from Bergkamp to Patrick Vieira!
Oh, would you believe it? Oh, right, what a way to get it!
Fabulous solo goal by Thierry Henry.
Hi everybody, good afternoon. Welcome to Arsenal Lounge. Welcome. We're just doing a last minute show with Lev.
Very welcome.
We're just going to discuss. We're going to preview the game versus Newcastle, and obviously discuss today's result because it hasn't been a great day for Arsenal, and we haven't even played. So that's a bit of a. I watched 3 games today. That two of them obviously affected us. So anyway, how are you, Lev? You good?
Yeah, I'm good personally, bro. But I've been watching these games, and I watched the game yesterday, and I watched today as well. And I just don't even know what to say. Don't even fucking tell me. I'm sick of hearing excuses. I really am. I'm sick of hearing excuses with regards to rules and this and that.
Hold on. We'll come to it.
No,
Hold
man.
on.
Let's just hit. No.
Hold on. No.
All right. I'm all right.
Let's
I'm all right. I'm really good.
Yeah, let's say hi to some people in the chat, man.
Hi,
We got,
people.
my Iranian brother Arsenal Manic.
I agree with him.
Happy.
100%. 30k, man. We should be on that.
Happy Atticus evening. Geordie, Tune for Life. Geordie's always nice to have them here.
Laguan,
Amin. Then we've got Javier, Dean. We've got Jared as well. Good evening, everybody. Mafia boss. I'm just a bit. I'm not very enthusiastic about today and doing this show as you might
that's
see.
great to know. So
it was my idea to do this show, by the way. I know it was, but it's just that.
So
you're
telling you
game, man.
telling our people that you've got no, you just got no.
No. I don't mean it that way. It's just that Tottenham game, man. That it took a bit out of me this morning because Burnley did so well, man. Burnley did so well, and they deserved more out of that game. There was some decisions in that game that are really questionable, man, and it makes one wonder. And I know you, and I even put it on the title of this video that Lev has got a theory about this decision because.
Hold on! I'll tell you something, and then you put it all over fucking socials. That it's a theory.
Because you have an interesting theory. Would you not want people to know
I'm
about
gonna
it?
stop telling you shit offline. I'll tell you that right now.
No,
But I have got a theory.
I watched Man City game, Man City West Ham. That was a really good game as well. There was a couple of decisions in there that was a bit iffy. Everton Brentford was just finished. Right, there's quite a few decisions in that game that are questionable, and you're just thinking in one day, and then the day before that FA Cup final, and then you go back to our game on Thursday. In the space of 3 or 4 days, there's quite a few games that has happened that you can argue in every game there's a referee mistake or there's a decision that is so obvious to everybody, right? That you begin to question yourself. That if my knowledge of the game is wrong, because that's a referee on field VAR and all that rubbish, and they still can't get it right. So that's a bit of a build up for you to have your theory.
Is this a big build up for my massive
your thought process? Because I didn't really say anything to when you were telling me. So I want you to share that with me and everybody on the chat. And I want you guys in the chat, I want you to tell us what you think, because I suspect there will be quite a few people who would agree with you in terms of what you say. I necessarily won't, but
thanks, bro. Thanks for having my back. You don't agree with me, but you're just going to bring it up when everyone's going to talk about it, yeah? No, I strongly feel, whether it is deliberate or subconscious, but I'm just being political here, or diplomatic. There's too many decisions for me. Too many decisions that contradict themselves, and we made like to think that it's okay and it's the letter of the law and this, that, and the other. And I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it because that game against Spurs. Listen, like, firstly, the way we set up, I would just like to touch on one thing quickly before I go into it. Look at the way Burnley set up against Spurs today. That's how we should have set up against Spurs in our game.
I agree.
Look
and that's what we discussed.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Look how Spurs struggled. Look how Spurs struggled. Now, another thing we need to take into consideration is they had one day's less rest than us. Yeah. They had heavy legs from the North London derby. So this was a very difficult game for them. Now, if you just go back very quickly to yesterday's game, Chelsea, Liverpool, FA Cup final, right? I think, was it Konate? Was it the Konate push?
Yeah, Konate. He barged. Who was? I think
I can't remember who he barged. Let us know. Pulisic. If it was Pulisic,
it was one that was that level, and
bro,
the other one was Thiago's challenge, that two-footed challenge. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I did see that. But okay, you can argue whatever. But that Konate barge in the back was far more obvious than the Cedric one. Nothing was even made of it. Like, when the Cedric one was given, we didn't even know it was happening. It was only because they said, oh, so there might have been a push in the box. And then they threw all these cameras at it, showed every single angle they could think of to show a nudge. And I'm not going to deny that he put an arm on him. But one thing I will say to back up Mo, from the previous show we did, he said, you see challenges like that week in, week out. And this week after that game, I've seen several. So he had a point there, right? But that one on Konate on that Chelsea player was so blatant, it wasn't even looked at. Then fast forward to today, that Burnley game, right? So this is a pivotal, important game.
No, hold on. Let's not fast forward to today. Let's stick to that FA Cup final, because that is the FA Cup final, right? That's one of the biggest game of the season. And how was it that 48 hours before that, a penalty was given for something, as you said, that was far, far softer,
and in a hugely important game?
Yes, granted, a hugely important game. I mean, that guy's Son, he made most of it. I don't really like Son, but anyway, he made the most out of it. But 48 hours later, in FA Cup final, two decisions that I can recall in my memory. One was that barge by Konate. Two, Thiago Silva, two-footed challenge, off the ground, studs up, on the guy, no VAR, not even a fuss on the field, nothing. And you've got to think that are they picking and choosing what they're looking at?
Right, the ref Sky Sports Putin?
You can bring it up yourself, you know that.
Right, look at this guy here, Dial Square. Everyone must hate Arsenal, the FA, the ref, Sky Sports, BT Sports, Boris Putin. Please, come on. We are a complete joke of a fan base. Now it's comical. Dial Square, right? I don't understand that, because if you looked at you telling me that you didn't see the same sort of tackle, push, barge in that FA Cup game. Are you telling me that as an Arsenal fan, you have not seen inconsistent decisions always going against us? Okay, so let's look at this. That barge by Konate was blatant, and it wasn't.
I thought it was because you know what, Rev, that if a foul was given, he should have been gone. Maybe that's the only thing.
It was last.
Yeah, he was the last one. So that's maybe the ref is thinking, I don't really want to make that call in this big game, and this, that.
Dial Square is asking, he was behind the goal. Was I? Do you know what? I'm a season ticket holder, Dial Square.
Mate.
Maybe not this season. But don't tell me that sitting behind the goal makes you see things clearer than microscopic camera angles, because that's just ridiculous, bro. Right? So anyway, he wants to make a conspiracy as well. He wants to make this conspiracy that all Arsenal fans are making excuses based on this crap that everyone's against us. And no, I'm not. I'm just seeing what I see. So okay, so you lot in the chat today, tell me one person that, like, you lot in that chat today, tell me that was a penalty. Tell me that was a penalty. This bullshit excuses about the rules and he had no choice to give it. There was hardly any Spurs players actually asking for that pen.
Two.
Right? It was just
the guy who, I think Sanchez, who kicked the ball, and the one that was the closest to them. So there were the two that was basically closest to the incident, and it was just handball, and they got on with it.
Yeah. So listen, right? They've gone for the ball. The guy's lost his balance momentarily. He has put his arm up. It wasn't in the right position. I agree with that aspect. But what is now stopping any player from point blank range? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. What is stopping any player now? And these are pros, very, very, very technically gifted players, right? If your arm's up like that for a second, what's stopping any player just very quickly, because he's close to you, just kicking it against your arm? Penalty. It's a joke of a decision. I know they've, and my theory is they want this to be a spectacle right up to the last minute, right? Now, even the way they set up the game after, look, we were at fault for cancelling the game first time, the North London derby, but even where they put that schedule was deliberate in the sense of they knew it was going to be a pivotal time. Yeah, they knew it was going to build up the excitement. Now, if Arsenal had won or picked up a draw in that game against Spurs in that North London derby, it's not much of a spectacle in the last two games. Now look at it. Look at the spectacle now. And look at that Everton game. How many dodgy decisions did you see in that game?
Which one?
The Everton game, just today, the one you just watched.
Yeah, there was a couple in there.
Right, okay. So it makes far more interesting viewing if everything hangs in the balance in the last two games. So yeah, I do think something might be going on, because it's just like you get one decision in one game that's exactly the same as the other game you've seen the day before, and a totally different outcome. Then, hold on, in that Chelsea game, to make matters worse, it was the referee that refereed our game that gave the penalty against Cedric.
No, it wasn't.
No, he was on VAR.
Oh, was he?
Yes. Paul Tierney, I think it was on VAR at Chelsea Liverpool, and totally ignored that. The same barge or worse barge that he saw the game before.
Let me just clarify something here for the people that are watching or they're joining us now. What Lev is saying, he's not saying, he's not blaming our loss on the ref, right? He's just saying that in every game there is decisions that are very, very questionable. So for people who join in, because I know like Mr. Waffle is just joining us, says, why is it always ref's fault when we lose it? He's not saying that. He's just talking about all the games, FA Cup final, the games that happened today.
We've lost many games. I don't blame the ref. I blame the ref.
Saying, oh, now VAR hates us.
No, Dial Square, VAR don't help us because VAR is a camera. It can't hate us. It doesn't have any feelings or emotion. It's the people running VAR. You still put in the decision in a person's hand.
So you think they have an agenda against us?
We've always had an agenda against us.
Would you put it down that these decisions that are so obviously wrong?
Okay, in a big game, in these last couple of big games, right? I just want consistency. Have you seen consistency? How can you have a barge against Cedric that wasn't a barge? It was the slightest of touches, but I will say, okay, I'll hold my hands up. Okay, let's just say it's a penalty with the rules the way they are today, yeah? Okay, so then in that case, why the fuck can Konate push someone blatantly in an FA Cup final and nothing is done about it? Answer that, Dial Square. Answer why, if that is the case, and you got is it Paul Tierney? Was it Paul Tierney in that? Right. Yeah. Paul Tierney's on VAR. He's already given that decision against Arsenal when we were playing Spurs, right? Tell me why Paul Tierney is not given that push against Konate then, based on his own judgment in the previous game.
Now, look, listen, I think everybody can agree that the referee standard in this country is not, especially this season, has not been great. And I mean, lately with even the pundits on TV, they are puzzled about certain decisions that has been made. Like today, I was watching the Everton game. The guy, he almost took off Richarlison's t-shirt, not t-shirt, his jersey, his shirt, in the box. And nothing. And what basically what the guy is saying, the commentator, I don't know who he was, the co-commentator, he was saying if that is outside of the box, it's a foul, it's given. But because it's inside of the box now, it becomes a difficult decision. And I don't understand that.
So then
Pulling the shirt is a foul.
So why did Cedric's one get given then?
He wasn't pulling off shirt though, it was something else.
No, he went like that. He leaned into him, yeah?
Yeah.
He leaned into him because he was facing
you're talking about that ref, Lev. I just remembered the elbow that Son did on Holding. That went missing as well.
Listen, all I'm saying is this. I'm sick of hearing these excuses that it's poor refereeing. So you don't know. So ever since we moved from Woolwich and we paid to enter the first division, everyone has hated us. We have to move back to Plumstead Common. Like I don't even know what.
He's entitled to his opinion, Lev. You got.
Yeah, I know, but I'm entitled.
Maybe I don't know if it's. I don't know. Is that Andrew?
It's Andrew Hinckley.
I don't know if it's that. Is that you, Andrew? I don't know if that is Andrew. It's another dial square. But yeah, it's. Look, everybody has their opinion, but for me, I don't go as far as saying there's a conspiracy. They're out to get us, and it's their fault and this and that. But
I'm not saying they're out to get us.
I know. No, I'm not saying you said that. I'm just saying other thing. But there is definitely inconsistencies in referee decisions, and there's a lot that needs to be or can be questioned. You know, a soft barge on a Son is a foul and it's a penalty, but a massive shoulder charge, right, on Pulisic in the FA Cup final by Konate, who's the last man, gets sent off, game changes, is nothing. It was deemed as a fair challenge. So these things are the things that I question, and I think in Everton game, and
look at this
guy is ripping off the t-shirt.
Look at this stupid comment by this guy. Lev probably thinks the world is flat. Like, it's just stupid, bro. The man's rocking a Dial Square logo, living in the past from the times we first set up the team in the 1800s, and then he's talking about me thinking the world is flat when he's still living in Dial Square land. Dial Square yourself out of here, bro. I don't care. Anyway, whatever.
Anyway,
the fact of the matter is, right, nobody in here can deny that decisions are not consistent.
Yeah, right? I think even I'm sure Dial Square will agree with you on that.
I don't give a shit what Dial Square thinks. Move on from him now.
I think he would agree that the referee decisions are inconsistent. You know, a foul is given in one game, the same incident in another game, nothing. And that's the end of it.
Right now, he's saying we were beaten by the better team. I'm
not. Are you having a little thing with this Dial Square?
I'm not disputing. I'm not disputing that.
I don't know who you are, but I'm quite happy to send you the link. You can come on the show.
No, fuck him. I don't want to look at his face. The fact of the matter is this, yeah. My man is talking about we were beaten by the better team. Firstly, I never said that Tottenham weren't the better team in that game. However, you know as well as I do, it's fine margins, it's fine lines. The first 15 minutes or so, we were good in that game. We were doing all right. When you give away a penalty, it changes the swing of a game. It changes everything. To sit here and say, oh, we're better by a better team, blah, blah, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. Like, we're not discussing that. We're not saying they weren't the better team or they didn't deserve it. What we are discussing is the inconsistency of decisions. That penalty today against Burnley was disgusting, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was. It was just. I was surprised, and I was surprised it was even given in the first place. Talking about that game, before we talk about the game, I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. I put a tweet out earlier. We're going to do a watch along tomorrow with Mo. So it's going to be me, Mo, Lev. And we're going to do a watch along for the Newcastle game. It's going to be a massive, massive game. And if you think, or if you're loving Lev's reaction to Dial Square now, join us tomorrow, especially if Arsenal are not playing well. Then you see a different Lev altogether.
No. Mo's there tomorrow, so I'm going to be on my best behavior. Apparently, my voice is coming through. My voice is coming through twice. Is it?
No, I'm not hearing it twice.
Are you getting me through your headphone, through your speakers?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're hearing.
No, but it's
See?
always been like this.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Let us know if there's
guys,
any
can
problem
you
with the
just
sound
let
in the
us know in the comment? So
Yeah, look, it's saying voices echoing. Look, someone else has said it. Shiv as well.
I don't
Anantha
know.
said it. I think
It's
it's
always been like
your
this.
speakers. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So anyway, listen. Tottenham now with Burnley. I know you watched a little bit of it. I watched the whole game. Tottenham started well. I don't. This is not obviously a Tottenham related.
Did they?
Channel.
They struggled.
No,
man.
they started well. They started well, but Burnley bossed the second half, man. I know you didn't watch it. Burnley should have got something out of that. And you know
They
what?
should have.
The only thing out of everything you said that stood out for me from the conversations earlier we had, which was very interesting to me, was that was what we discussed, that how Arsenal should have set up going
Yeah.
to White Hart Lane.
Yeah.
Burnley went 3 at the back, wingers made it difficult, and Tottenham struggled. You know, Son missing, Kane missing. It was
Well,
it
look,
was difficult.
people need to take into consideration they had a day less rest than us. North London derby, yeah, the legs were still heavy. Today, I when I thought about it, I thought it was going to be a struggle for them today. And if they didn't score in the first half, it was going to get worse for them because they were going to tire. And that first half, it was done and dusted. It was way into extra time. Like the game would almost had blown for half time, and no one's even looked at it. Suddenly, my man blows the whistle just because someone's kicked the ball at someone's arm from point blank range, and that's okay. That's a pen. That's bullshit, man.
Yeah, I just thought the only positive thing out of Tottenham game was that if Everton beat Brentford, they would have been safe and they would come to Emirates not needing anything. And obviously that didn't work well either because they won 1-0 up, and then they got one of their centre backs sent off. And then Brentford played really well, man. They won 3-2 at the end. But Everton now got a problem because they got 2 players sent off, Rondon and I don't know what that guy's name is, Brainwith or something like that. The centre back.
What are you talking about? What? I didn't watch the game.
Yeah, apparently they've got a problem in the defense. Something like that, yeah. But Everton's got see this is another thing. Everton got 2 more games. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and well, they're
So
coming
if
to us desperate.
No. If they beat Crystal Palace at home, right, then I think they're safe.
If they don't,
Palace
is a decent side.
Yeah, I know. Palace. Yeah,
is that what you called the player, Braidwood?
If they lose to Crystal Palace, they need to come to Emirates and they need to win. But they're going to be playing Thursday, Sunday, and I think they've got problems in their defense from what I gathered of the interviews. Or even if they lose to us, it depends on if Leeds lose or if Burnley lose, they're down. I'm not Burnley's biggest fan, but I was gutted for them earlier, man, especially because it was against Spurs, and they made an effort second half, and you know they just got done by that one penalty that was, you know, when players they lose they shit over a decision, then you know it's not fair because there was a bit of a afters in the tunnel as well in half time.
Well, no. Apparently, there was nothing wrong with it. I'm just whinging for nothing. There was
that makes our game tomorrow very interesting. Now, let's talk about that.
Well, of course, it does.
We now need to win. We need to beat Newcastle and Everton. Newcastle is their last home. I mean, I won Friday. I won on the channel, a Newcastle channel. I think they called Away Days. Really nice guys. Yeah, really nice guys. I went with Dan Potts there, and we discussed Newcastle. How they were feeling is they were quietly confident, but you know they were saying, "Oh, it's our last home game of the season. it's been difficult, but they want to send us. The atmosphere is going to be great. The players would want to end it with a win. So that's the only thing that worries me. Callum Wilson apparently is back. So Cedric is going to have a difficult game against
Q Willock scoring a winner.
Willock is injured, is out.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah.
Well, ex-players always score against us.
Yeah, so that game is now, and you know what? I don't feel as confident going into these two games. I don't know, because look, I
confident
heard,
as what? As you've always
yeah,
been
I
confident.
read somewhere that both Gabriel and Ben White are massive doubts.
What, White as well?
Yeah, White as well.
Well, there you go.
We could start the game how we ended the game against Tottenham. Cedric, Tomiyasu, Xhaka, Tavares.
What do you want me to say, bro? Like everything I say, someone has a go. Like, oh, what
No,
are we talking about that? It was from before. Why are you
opinion,
mentioning Saliba? Why are you mentioning what we did in January? Why are you mentioning what we did? Because
you're here to give your opinion, man. Don't worry about people. Just say your opinion.
All right. We have left ourselves. We said it. Go back to all of our shows. Feel free, Dial Square, by the way. Go back to all of our shows, yeah? In January, that transfer window, what were we saying? We were saying we've left ourselves woefully short. Yes or no? We did. We said it. We said we've left ourselves woefully short. Only takes a few flipping injuries and it could cost us. Then people on here come on here talking about hindsight. Oh, hindsight's a wonderful thing. Foresight's even better. Foresight's even better. You're meant to plan ahead. Why leave yourself so short? Someone came on the chat the other day when we had the live show. We know we're thin. We know.
Oh, there's a surprise, yeah.
Yeah,
something you both agree on.
Have loaned out that French international. Oh no, I don't know. He might be sarcastic. I don't know how to take this guy right now.
No, I think this one is.
Is he sure he's not an undercover Spurs fan? He's just. I don't get it, man. Anyway, the fact is, we left ourselves woefully thin. We knew that, right? And then when the pivotal part of the season comes, we're struggling. That's part of management as well. Your forward planning. So I don't understand. Are we allowed to talk about it? Are we not allowed to talk about it? Should we just keep our mouths shut and just be happy and just say nothing, or what? Are we not allowed to critique this team or this club? Are we not allowed to ask questions? I don't understand. It's like all I'm saying is going into from the January window onwards, we left ourselves woefully short, especially in midfield. Right, we've got a guy that's a top French international out on loan, and we keep people like Rob Holding. Mavropanos is better than Holding. Saliba is better than Holding. What the fuck are we doing? So anyway, going into these games now, no, I'm not confident. I am not confident. If we beat Newcastle, then we've got a very good chance. But we need to beat Newcastle.
I think you and Dial Square now coming to some sort of agreement on these now.
Wow. Thanks, Dial Square. Anyway, it's still a conspiracy though. Look, all I'm saying is this. I don't care what anyone says. We have had the worst refereeing decisions over the years. Think about some of the worst ones. Even go right the way back to that time when flipping Van Persie kicked the ball before the whistle was blown. And just as he was kicking it, the whistle got blown and got a red card, got sent off. Champions League. Do you remember that one? Like, we've had loads of them. And this Barnabas guy as well, I don't understand what he's using Indian stuff with me. I don't get it. Like, what is this?
More about it. And listen, let's talk
I'm
about.
not worried about it. I know I'm not Indian, and I don't have a problem with Indians either.
Let's talk about tomorrow's game.
Go on.
So we both are. But tell us on the chat as well. Tell us, guys. Tell us how you feeling about tomorrow's game, because there's 3 players in the Newcastle team that I worry about, and it seems that they will start. One of them is that midfielder Bruno that we were supposed to get whenever, Saint Maximin and Wilson. Wilson is just coming back from injury, so I'm not sure if he's actually going to start or not. But these 3 players, Saint Maximin against Cedric is going to be a problem again, right? Newcastle will probably line up with Joe Linton, Bruno, and Longstaff in midfield. So, and we've got Xhaka and El Neni, and then not sure what's happening at centre back position with us. So
that's the key. If we've got our centre backs, we'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's gonna be a hell of an atmosphere.
Well, won't it be ironic if Bruno is the one that puts our top 4 challenge to bed? Whereas had we signed Bruno in January, when we had the chance,
I was on that Newcastle
be in
channel,
this situation now.
I was on the Newcastle channel, and they actually asked me about that. They said, "How did you guys felt when?" And I said, the word that I think I can tell we're puzzled as a fan base that how come we're not going for the guy, and we're letting him go because some people said, "Oh, he's not good enough," and this and that. But we all know Thomas Partey's injury record at Arsenal is not great, right? And he's one injury away from a disaster in midfield, and that's exactly what happened, right? Yeah. Kieran Tierney, again, his injury record was not great, but obviously they had Nuno Tavares to come in for that. But if had we signed Bruno, we could have been in top 4 now.
Those 3 games we lost back to back. If we had Bruno on the bench, yeah, the minute Partey got injured, you would have put Bruno on. Look at Newcastle. You mentioned a couple of weeks ago when I was saying, look, they've got Bruno, blah, blah, blah. You've gone, yeah, but John Joe Shelby's playing really well right now, yeah? Remember that when you said it to me? Yeah. John Joe Shelby is now injured. Yeah. So what did Newcastle do? Oh, I'll go to our reinforcements. Bruno, it's your time. Brings him on. Boom, sorted. And what did those Newcastle fans you met with the other day say about Bruno?
So he's a top player.
Top player, and he was perfect for us. So please explain to us why you knowingly you're short in midfield and you got to address it in the summer anyway. Why? Yes, he is better than Xhaka. Zaki, he is better than Xhaka. He's far more mobile. He shields the ball a lot better. He's got the ability to hit a long ball, but he's also got the ability to hit a very quick ball to catch out the defense. Don't tell me that Xhaka is better than Bruno. Bruno is more suited to this league than Xhaka is. That's the way I'm going to say it.
It's going to be a difficult game tomorrow. Listen, there's no hiding away from that. We need to go. It's going to be. I don't know what is the logistic of Arsenal going in there. If they go in and staying overnight, or they leaving in the morning. If they fly in, I don't know what it is. But it's far, Newcastle. It's going to be it's obviously a Monday night. We played on Thursday. We're missing centre backs. The atmosphere is going to be really good because it's their last home game. The players would want to win on their last home game. But in the other hand, we need to go there and win, and we know that. I mean, the win. If there's one thing with the Tottenham result against Burnley, is that now is obviously clear what we need to do. All we need to do is beat Newcastle and Everton. And if we can't beat Newcastle and Everton, then maybe we don't deserve top 4.
Yeah, that is one way of looking at it. And I would tend to agree with you in that aspect, right? Because in my philosophy is if you want to be in the top competitions, you got to beat what's in front of you. And if they're tough games, you got to win them. That's what separates one from the other. Going back to the Xhaka Bruno debate very quickly. Firstly, it's a bit soon to judge, Zaki. And secondly, what I will also say is, if Bruno was here, Bruno would be playing with Xhaka. So I don't understand what that point is. Because imagine, when we lost Partey, you would have had Xhaka and Bruno playing together.
Yeah.
So, I don't understand why we're comparing the two right now. But if you ask me who I would prefer Bruno. He's far more mobile. He's got more in his repertoire. And on top of that, he could pick a really quick pass, and he shields the ball amazingly well. So I don't understand.
Yeah, do you think we should tweak our lineup a little bit going to Newcastle, especially if Ben White and Gabriel are not going to be ready?
Do you know what? Maybe that's what we should do.
Going to be available.
Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should look at.
Because the only thing, if Xhaka goes to centre back, but Lokonga is going to come in.
No, if he puts Xhaka in centre back, that's a bad decision.
So who else is going to put
the same way when he put Xhaka at left back?
Who are you going to put there?
Experience in that midfield.
Okay.
Right. Well, I would probably listen. At the end of the day, it depends on who's available.
Look, nobody's available because Ben White and Gabriel are
I
not going
reckon
to be fit.
White must be close. Why was he on the bench?
I don't know, man. From look, I even saw a bit of Arteta's press conference, and he was saying we need to monitor it tomorrow. Is he playing a bit of mind games or not? I don't know.
I think he
right?
might be. I think he might
Let's
be.
assume White is not going to be available, right? So White and Gabriel are not going to be available. Listen, for all we know, they may both turn up tomorrow and play, Gabriel and White.
Well, yeah, apparently what he's saying is they don't have enough players in the back after Gabriel was forced off on Thursday. Imagine not reinforcing in January, then complaining you don't have enough players at the back. And when you've got two centre-backs on loan that are better than one of the centre-backs you kept. I don't understand that. You've got to ask questions. I'm sick of this thing that... Listen, I want Arteta to do well, so don't tell me with you're an Arteta out guy, because I'm not. Whoever's managing our club, I want him to succeed. But at the same time, as a fan,
he's not
and someone who's
himself.
paid for years, I've paid a lot of money into Arsenal over the years, right? I am allowed as a fan to critique. It doesn't mean I don't care or I've got an agenda. I don't. I just want my team to do well.
Yeah, but Lev, he's not helping himself, man. When everybody that I know, and I talk about the Tottenham game, they're talking about, we should go to White Lane and we should, play three at the back, keep it tight. Spurs have all throughout the season, especially under Conte, they struggle to break down teams. Go there. We don't need to win the game. All we need to do is we need to not lose. Everybody knows this. And then what does the manager do? Oh, no, fuck it. We're going to go and play. We're going to go and play. We're going to be, bad boys out there. We're going to go there. We're going to pass our way through to victory.
It was
arrogant. Do it on style.
It was arrogance. He wanted to be the manager.
It's naivety.
He wanted everyone to lick his ass because he'd done it at White Hart Lane. That's what he wanted. And he blew it.
Man. And you've seen how what did you think that with these players you're going to go there and you're going to pass your way to victory? Be clever. Sometimes you got to change. This is the things that worries me about Mikel Arteta. These are one of the issues I have with him. That certain times when it's crunch time, if you look at his time at Arsenal, every time when it's crunch time, he does something stupid. Semi-final of Europa League, my man comes up with this false nine out of nowhere. Again, yesterday, top four. You could have finished everything at White Hart Lane. Us fans, we won this. To qualify for Champions League at White Hart Lane, it's going to be good. What do you do? You know what? Let's go there. And a bit of let's jolly it up there. Let's go and pass around and we're good. We're gonna pass around. We've got Odegaard here. We're gonna put through ball. Eddie. No, you can't play the same way against everybody. Antonio Conte is a top manager. You can't just turn up there against someone like Conte and then be we'll play the same way.
Did you see Conte's record against Arsenal before he played Arteta?
Yeah, I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I'm not even bothered about his record. All I'm saying, as a manager, you look at this game and you think all we need to do is go there and not lose. That's it. The last thing we should have done is go there and play expansive football.
No, exactly.
And you go there and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but as a manager, you've recognized that Kulusevski is more of a threat than Son. Is that why you left Cedric where he is against probably the most informed winger in the league, and then you left your best right back at left back for against Kulusevski?
Well, look at what Saracen. That backs up what Saracen Gooner said. All right, firstly, we've got here. He says Tommy and Tierney and White would be out significant. We didn't know, but we also knew we were very thin in midfield. Sorry, I didn't mean that one, Shaheen. There was one that said, here we go, by Troopz. It was by Troopz. Here we go. Son was in Tommy's pocket in the reverse fixture. It worked. Yeah? So why change it?
Exactly. I mean, look, when we as a fan base, we're normal people, we're seeing that. Why is he not seeing this? This is what I'm asking. And what is the result? What is the result, right? If Tomiyasu was playing, Son would not be on holding all the time. Yeah, Tomiyasu would have dealt with the situation. Why Holding got sent off? He's not good enough to handle Son. Son knows this, right? Every time Son had the ball and was coming in, Holding fouled him. Holding got sent off in 24, 25 minutes, man. In the space
Bro,
of 7 minutes, he got two yellow cards.
Does Burnley have a better team than us?
No.
Does it have a better squad?
No.
Right. So you tell me how a Burnley team.
They had better tactics today going there than us.
Well, that's the key. That's the key. Burnley, right? They went to Spurs to frustrate them. And in the first 20, 25 minutes, you heard the Spurs fans start getting on the team's back, right? Knowing that they were desperate for this win, right? So they sat there and they just stifled them and they struggled. I'm telling you now, had they not been given that penalty, yeah, they wouldn't have scored today. They wouldn't have scored today.
No, they wouldn't have.
So that just makes me.
I mean, look, they had chances, and Nick Pope, he made 2 or 3 world-class saves. Like world-class, you know. But still, you know, they wrote their luck. They deserve that, and that's it. And, you know, for all these Arteta fanboys and everything, right? If he was as good as you guys saying, right, he would have been nominated for Manager of the Year, which he didn't. Brentford manager Patrick Vieira got, you know, nominated for that. But I'm sure you guys will have your reasons as to why he wasn't there. Maybe
it just makes me.
But
ask
anyway, let's go back to the
games, all the big games so far that Arteta's had, right? You mentioned that in Europe, this game against Spurs, massive game, right? Instead of like saying, you come at us, you got to break us down, he went gung-ho, and now we're in this position. But look,
you know what I was thinking about this today, actually. You know what? You know how I can sum up Arteta? I think he's trying so hard to be like Pep Guardiola. The way he moves on the touchline, the way he speaks, the way he's dealt with some players. Because remember, you remember Guardiola, he had a bit of an issue with Yaya Toure. He froze him out of the team and then he sold him. Right? And Pep Guardiola has done that a couple of times. He's been in different places. And Arteta is doing exactly that. Right? I don't have any problems if you're trying to be like Pep Guardiola, but don't forget you worked under a different manager who probably still is the best in the business in motivating players, getting the best out of players, Arsene Wenger. And you've learned fuck all from him.
Listen,
nothing. You're just pretending to be another to be a B-Tech Pep Guardiola.
Listen,
which you're not.
Burtonian, 2 wins and it's ours. Why the negativity? Because it could already be ours, Burtonian. Come back to me tomorrow and tell me if you're still positive after the result tomorrow. I'm hoping we are, mate. I really, really do. I really, really hope we win tomorrow and then we beat Everton. But at the same time, I don't know, man. I don't know. Why Amir is asking, Lev, why are you so angry, mate? Everything okay? I'm an Arsenal fan, mate. There you go. That's the answer. Next.
Oh my days. Oh my God. Zaki. It's comments like this that get me, man. It was Arteta who taught him all about Premier League.
Taught who?
Talking about Pep. It was Arteta that taught Pep all about Premier League.
Where? Yeah, he did. He taught him about all about the Premier League. He showed him where all the grounds were. Yeah, he showed him where all the grounds were.
Man City.
No. What he means by that is he took him from ground to ground, showed him where all the grounds were, said this is the Premier League. That's it. That's it, mate. Listen. Because if you're comparing Pep Guardiola to Arteta, you need to ask yourself some questions, right?
Listen, let's go back.
I'm not saying he doesn't have potential, by the way. Okay, go on.
Let's go back to the games. But just before we discuss our guys, don't forget tomorrow, me, Lev, and Mo, we're doing a watch along for the Newcastle game. So join us, or you can watch the football and listen to if you want to hear Mo's or myself or Lev's thoughts on the game as it happens.
There won't be no thoughts. I'll just be screaming.
How are you feeling about tomorrow? You want to give us a prediction? Guys,
Bro,
let's have your prediction as well in the
how
comments.
am I feeling about tomorrow? Do you know what? First thing I'm feeling is stress. You know why I'm feeling stress? That whole game now for the 95 minutes or so that's going to be tomorrow, I am not going to be comfortable once. I am going to be on edge. I'm going to be stressed. I'm going to be having the worst fucking ups and downs, right? It's just not where we want it to be at the end of this season. So I'm going to be really, really stressed. I don't know how to call it. I know it's difficult to call without knowing who's available tomorrow. A lot of people on there saying 2-1. Did we already do the predictions for this game? By the way,
I'm not sure. No, we didn't.
no. I called a draw for the Spurs game, didn't I? And you lot all went for the win.
Nobody got the result right.
Man.
Oh, by the way, we were running a competition as well. We were running a competition as well to celebrate 1 million views on our channel. And I asked everybody to predict the result with the lineup. I think there was about 4 or 5 people who predicted the lineup, but as I'm sure you can imagine, nobody got the result right. So we don't have a winner. We'll do another one soon. So what are you thinking, Lev?
I'm worried. Not gonna lie. I really do think that Bruno will boss.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Will you take a draw now?
No. If we draw tomorrow, we're out. With this over. What? With Spurs facing who at the last game of the season? Norwich.
Yeah.
Nah, man. We need
Norwich,
to win.
I think, beat Wolves today away.
We need to win today, man. We cannot rely on Norwich to do us a favour. We can't. We need to keep this in our hands. Who's saying humble pie? Who said that? Who said that? Bro, when I'm in a bad mood, I look for people.
Don't put anything on the screen. I'm just doing the result.
I shouldn't look for Arteta masterclass. Enjoy your humble pie, Lev. Bro, if Arteta comes in with a masterclass, it ain't no humble pie for me because I want him to. So I don't know why you even say that. That's just a dumb comment.
Fucking 3-0 Newcastle, you know.
Bro, I'm torn between making a prediction based on the fact that I don't want to pay £200 for a dinner, or based on the fact that I want my club to do well. Do you know what I mean?
Anyway, listen. No, it's just listen. Some people are blindly supporting Arteta. Is the minute you criticize him, no, you're not a fan. You're this, you're that. You've got an agenda. You got this. You got that. But all you need to do is just look back on the season, man. Season is not the past 4 or 5 games. You need to remember he messed up both of our cup runs. First round out, right?
Wait,
one game a week.
Dial Square, who's been giving me nothing but bollocking all fucking day, comes up with this prediction.
To be fair, the first point about the ref is the only thing you guys didn't agree on. Everything else, you were more or less saying the same. So listen,
man, he's a gooner.
Give me your thoughts.
Respect. Sorry, bro. I was just in a bad mood.
Give me your thoughts quickly,
bro. It's going to be a horrible game to watch. Horrible. My gut instinct says a draw, but I can't have a draw tomorrow, bro. I'm not gonna make a prediction that takes us out of the top 4 challenge. So I'm gonna have to go for us to win, aren't I?
Yeah, my head tells me it's going to be a Newcastle victory. My heart tells me 2-1 Arsenal.
See, and I'm thinking, do I make a prediction so I can?
I can afford to mess it up. You can't.
Do I make a selfish prediction and just do it just for myself? Do you know what I mean? In the sense of,
yeah. Well, you can have a think. Just do one for the show, and then for the official prediction, you can have till tonight.
I can't do 2 different ones, bro. 3-0 to the Arsenal, says Bogdan Ross.
I'll go first. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. It's because I can afford to lose, Lev. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you say 2-1 for every single thing. That's how you've won this competition.
No, there's a method. I don't see. Listen, I don't see us scoring a lot of goals.
Wait, Hussein.
So I will never predict anything more than that.
Hussein's chatting shit here. When have I ever been quiet, man? Like, seriously. Agenda is shit. Hashtag. Like, bro, what are you chatting about, bro? Have you been watching any of our shows? Like, seriously. I'm not in the mood for this shit, bro. Fuck's sake,
Go
man.
on, Lev.
Fucking
Anyway,
dumb.
go on.
Just
Have your
dumb
prediction
comment.
quickly.
All right. I'm gonna go. I can't go the same as you. 1-0 Arsenal. That's it. I'm gonna hope we don't.
Right?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm gonna
cool.
hope they
So
don't score.
done. That's done, right? And then we move to Everton, last game of the season. I just want to touch on that quickly. That's going to be the last home game. It could not end well, and the fans would let the players and Arteta know how they're feeling. I mean, they would, but then because they do the lap at the end, and I'm sure they will clap them off at the end. But by the time comes the final whistle, we could be 5th. And Everton now, if they lose to Crystal Palace, which is likely, or they draw with Palace, they need to come to Arsenal and they need to get something, which might work well for us, because if they come out to play and they come out to attack, we'll win the game, no problem. We will struggle when people sit back. That's when we have an issue. So what are you thinking about the Everton game now?
Very quickly, you know, when we do the show tomorrow, I'm allowed to change my prediction, aren't I? Because it's not the official prediction today, right?
No. The official prediction will come in, and I'm gonna message Mo and Tom after the
That's
show.
on Monday, blood. That's.
Yeah. So.
I don't know, man. I just.
Well, you want to do your prediction at half time tomorrow, would you?
Yeah. I want to do my prediction on the 89th minute, actually, if that's all right with you. So the Everton game, I don't know, bro. The Everton game, if they've got to survive, it's going to be horrible. And I feel sorry for all the Arsenal fans going to that game. It will be horrible. Horrible. The next 2 games are horrible. The last 3 games.
It's a really interesting end to the season, though. In terms of relegation, top 4 title.
For Sky Sports, it is.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say on that matter. Listen, we need to win. That's it. It's still in our hands, no matter what we say. If we win tomorrow, I'm going to say this now. If we do win tomorrow, I think we'll get top 4. But we have to win tomorrow.
Can I just answer Matthew?
Oh, so you're allowed to answer now, yeah?
Yeah. Listen, I've always answered people. It's just today that you're answering people. So, are you going to do another U-turn and slam Odegaard if we don't win? Listen, I've slammed Odegaard when he's been shit, and I've given him credit, and I've praised him when he's been good, right? So I don't do U-turns. When he doesn't play well, I criticize. When he does well, I give him credit. If I do anything other than that, then it's not common sense. It's not logical, is it? And Odegaard, he wasn't great on Thursday. I know we're down to 10 men, but how many times he gave the ball away? And
yeah, I think you're a bit harsh.
He's supposed to be our captain.
Yeah, but
I look at him and I'm thinking, where were you on Thursday? Where were you after the game? Why didn't you come out and face the media as a captain? You see this big man. Oh yeah, he's everyone love him. He's a character. Oh, he's got a future. He's gonna be a captain. You wear an armband. You come out. Where were you after the game? Where were you when Rob Holding is pulling that foolishness? You come and tell him, listen, mate, you need to calm down, right? You're gonna get sent off here. We're gonna be in trouble. Where was he?
Yeah,
that's another thing about this manager that I don't like. That how like you're talking about Arsenal captains, right? I close my eyes. People that come in front of people that I think of: Tony Adams, Patrick Vieira, Dennis Bergkamp, Martin Keown, Thierry Henry, Gilberto Silva, Jens Lehmann, David Seaman, Lee Dixon, Ray Parlour. Who else I'm missing out? Ian Wright,
Cliff Baston. Look, those were different era, bro. We've moved on.
David Platt, if I want to go further back. Steve Bold. David Rocastle.
Paul Davis.
No. I mean, I go as far as
Paul Davis.
My age allows me, right? And these are, and then you talk about, and then comes next Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, hold on though. I've got one thing to say about this Odegaard thing. Yeah,
go on.
Odegaard is that type of player that our midfield has to be on top. For him to be able to get possession and get the best out of him, our midfield needs to be on top. The games you've seen him do well, our midfield's been on top.
But Lev, I'm talking about leadership and the captain thing. I'm not talking about him as a player. I'm saying yesterday in a North London derby, right? Massively important game. Massively important game, right? Where were you as a captain? You're missing.
Where was our manager? What was he doing?
Listen.
There you go, Hussein.
I'm not. Listen. I'm not Arteta's biggest fan, as I'm sure you all know, right? But when Rob Holding go and do something that foolishness, right? You as a manager, I mean, look, they were having a meeting on the sideline. It was him and two other ones that were going through papers, this and that, and they didn't make any decisions by half time. And whatever their thought process was obviously it didn't work. But I'm just talking about the captain on the field on that day. Where was he? You got missing during a game, fine. Have some bottle and then come out and face the media afterwards and apologize to the fans. That is the captain material. That is leadership. Yeah? I hear what you're saying. That is leadership. That's captain. That's what fans will respect. But no, he's missing. The next game in Newcastle, he's going to rock up again. Anyway.
So look, I want to ask you then, let's just say, and I'll ask everyone in the chats this as well. If Ben White's not available tomorrow, if Gabriel's not available, we know Holding's not available, yeah? If those guys are out, what are we expecting to see in centre backs? As centre backs, we all know about
xhaka and Tommy.
In the massive game where we need to win,
who else has he got? Who would you play there?
This is a good question. Who would we play?
Who else? There's nobody else available. You're going to bring somebody from the academy and play there. I'll rather have xhaka there because someone from academy is going to come to that game.
Yeah, but imagine you want your two best midfielders, right? Imagine you've got Bruno Guimaraes and you're going to put him up against Lukonga. Like it can't work that way. So someone said burnt Leno. Put Leno in centre back. Or put Ramsdale centre back and put Leno in goal.
There's nobody else. He's got to, you know. I mean, I'm asking.
Hold on. El Nenny's played centre back before.
No, I wouldn't play El Nenny there. El Nenny needs to play in midfield. El Nenny, I think, is a little bit more disciplined in centre midfield. He will commit less fouls. I think I'll leave him where he is.
I have a feeling White will be ready tomorrow.
Listen, for all me and you know, for all we all know, White and Gabriel, they will both play. Because, listen, a 3-0 down, 10 man, you know, Gabriel goes down. Maybe he's just feeling his hamstring a little bit and they take him off as precaution. Because nobody has actually come out and say his hamstring is gone. Or, you know,
who are we talking about, Ben White or Gabriel?
Gabriel.
Well, no one's actually confirmed anything, have they?
Exactly. So maybe they think, listen, the game is gone. Forget it. Let's just take him off as a precaution so we don't lose him against Newcastle.
Maybe. I don't know, man. It's like, this is what I mean. That we need to question our planning from the beginning of the season all the way through. You got two centre-backs on loan. Both of them better than Holding. Both of them. Mavropanos is better than Holding. Saliba is better than Holding.
Listen, look, I must be honest here, right? The only issue I have with this is people are looking at the finished product that they are both now, right? Would you have said, I know you would, but I'm asking people in the comments as well, would you have said at the beginning of the season that the Saliba then and Mavropanos then, that are they both better than Holding, we're going to keep them?
Yeah. I would. I
know you would, but I'm just asking in the comments.
Yeah, I would have. I'm sick of hearing everyone going, oh, but he wouldn't have been the player he is now. Okay, I understand. That it was good for his development. But when you buy a player for 28 million and leave yourselves short in centre-back positions, in the closing part of the season, that's the crucial part of the season, how can you then tell me that was the right decision? How can anyone tell me that was the right decision?
Devon, have a word with yourself, please. Lev, I know you're a Saliba fan, so I'll let you deal with Devon here.
Devon Lindsay. So let me get this. Let me have a little think. Should I consider the thoughts of top-level professionals who are managers now, like you like to see your Deschamps of this world and people like that, or should I listen to Devon? Let me have a little think about this. Can you come back to me? This is really tough. Whether I should listen to Devon or whether I should consider the fact that my man has gone in to France, made the top 11 for the entire season and is now starting 11 for the French international team. But you know what? Devon's got it up here. He's got it. I'll listen to Devon. I'm in Devon.
But listen, you know, if you want to go that route, right? You've got two midfielders as well that are out on loan that are really doing well. Torreira and Guendouzi. They would both walk into our midfield now. Walk into our midfield. Not even a debate there. Especially Guendouzi. Hello?
Yeah. Listen, it just frustrates me. All right, I'll tell you why it frustrates me. People in here saying, "Oh, Lev, why are you stressed?" and all that. I'm not stressed. I'm a bit frustrated, and I'll tell you why. As Arsenal fans, we have been waiting a goddamn long time for our team to get back to where it was supposed to. Right? We've always historically been 2 or 3 players away. Remember that last sort of few years of Wenger's era. We were 2 or 3 players away. Oh, we need a DM. If we just get a DM, we're going to challenge. If we get a centre-back, we're going to challenge. And we never did it. We're back at this stage now with a team with a really good nucleus. Really good. Like, let's go the positive sides, yeah? We've got great crop of youngsters coming through. Some of the best in Europe, right? Our team is young. Our centre-backs are young. Our full-backs are pretty young. Our midfield, once xhaka goes, you know, we still got Lokonga. He's young. We're going to bring others in. We need a bit more experience. Agreed. So, look, if we've got this nucleus, we needed to add to it. Why are we making the same mistakes again when there's players available to bolster this team to just get us to the next levels? We don't do it. Bruno signing Newcastle. How the hell has he ended up at Newcastle? How? Don't tell me he's not better than xhaka. He is better than xhaka. If he's not better than xhaka, he's definitely better than El Neni. Don't tell me that when Partey got injured, he wouldn't have bolstered that midfield. That signing alone could have carried us through to top 4. So why? Why do we leave ourselves short every season?
It's something that listen, we're going to do a show later on in the season and we're going to look at all of these things. But we've got about 230 people watching and about 60 likes. Guys, come on, man. It doesn't just hit the like. It's just one click like this. Done. You please hit the like. It helps us. You can write a comment. It doesn't cost anything. So please hit the like, subscribe if you're new. We've been doing this for about an hour left. So should we just round up? Don't forget tomorrow we're doing a watch along with Mo.
Oh no, unless we get 100 likes. I'm not doing it.
We're doing a watch along with Mo. Me, Lev, and Mo. So make sure you join us for the kickoff and obviously the lineup. We're going to start maybe about 10 minutes before the kickoff. We'll go through the lineup and we'll do a watch along. Hopefully, it'll be a win.
It's important for us to make top 4 this season because of the Newcastle money coming in, right? We've been given an opportunity. And I'll have to say this, like, if we miss this, we've missed a massive opportunity. Next season, it becomes even harder. We should have been grabbing this opportunity with both hands. And that's what frustrates.
To be honest with you, Lev, there should not be anything to discuss right now. This should have been done, dusted. Those 3 games that we lost for stupid reasons, those 3 games, those are the games that we should have just wrapped the whole thing up, and that would have been the end of it.
Oh, check this out, lad. Now you're getting something.
I don't know, man. People,
calma. All right. So look,
calm.
On another note, now that we've had our whinge, because we do use this show for a bit of therapy, I'm not going to lie. You know, when we lost in that Spurs game, if we didn't do that after match reaction, right? I don't know how I would have coped for the rest of the evening. I actually felt better by the end of that evening, which is why I come. I do come sometimes to have a bit of a moan. I'm not going to lie. But let me say this. We're still in this race. Yeah? If we win tomorrow, we go back 1 point above the scumbags. Lee, Ben Davis, whatever you want to call yourself, I could see you in this chat. Mr. Waffle, by the way, xhaka is available tomorrow. That is not the truth. We were all told he wasn't available, but he is available tomorrow. So there you go. But look, we win tomorrow. It's all to play for the final game. If Sky Sports want their lovely views at that last week, make sure you pay that referee off to give us a nice little blind tomorrow, some sort of a penalty where it flicks his ass and hits someone's arm and you get a pen. I'll have one of those. If you want a nice
that's
finish
another
to the
thing
season,
tomorrow.
give me one of those.
You know, for the past, I mean, since Thursday, most games we've seen in Premier League, there's been dodgy decisions. So I hope. Who's the ref tomorrow?
I don't know if someone's trying to wind me up because they come on here thinking Lev's in a bit of a shitty mood, so we're winding up. And I know people in here think I'm easy. So
guys, can you tell us who's the ref tomorrow? If you
someone said that Paul Tierney was refereeing tomorrow because the other referee had some sort of stomach bug or something. Or I think they even said lasagna. That's definitely a Spurs fan.
What? Mike Dean? No, his Barnabas has been winding us up. Well, it's not. I don't think it's Mike Dean.
All right. What is the odds on a bad decision
again? No, Tierney again. Same ref as North London Derby.
No, I'm going to check this. I'm not having these guys have me up so then see me react so they can take the piss.
There's a lot of people saying it's Paul Tierney. If it is, oh, mate.
Wait, can you imagine that?
England.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?
It's Paul I can. Tierney. I would not be surprised if it's Paul Tierney.
Like that. All right. Have you checked it?
No, I haven't. I'm waiting for you to check it.
All right. So Newcastle.
Whilst Lev is checking that,
the Arsenal.
Guys, again. Referee. Oh no, the people saying it's Darren England.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Darren England.
No, Paul Tierney's on VAR.
Is he on VAR?
No, I don't know. Paul Tierney was on VAR for yesterday's game. That's all I'm going to say, right?
What,
don't tell me.
Final?
Yeah, he was. He was on VAR yesterday's FA Cup final, and he saw that push, and he did fuck all.
Yeah, well then. Anyway, man. Anyway, we'll discuss that enough.
Anyway, yeah,
guys. Thank you very much for everybody for being here, for watching us. Please hit the like, subscribe if you're new. The ref tomorrow, I think, is Darren England. We put everybody's comment on the screen. We went through as much as we could. Thank you again for giving us your time. Don't forget to join us tomorrow, 8 o'clock, for the watch along. Lev, final thoughts?
Man, wait, make sure you're there tomorrow. It's a watch along. All right.
Yeah. If you want to see Lev in full flow,
I can't
tomorrow.
I can't.
Imagine if Newcastle get an early goal or Lev is. I've seen these things in live.
No, because now you're hyping it up, and then if I don't have a meltdown tomorrow, people are going to be disappointed.
It's a guaranteed you will have.
You know what it is?
You're not going to have a meltdown.
We've got a very level-headed, mature, articulate guy on our stream.
I think Mo is going to reward
as in Mo. So I'm not going to want to embarrass myself tomorrow in front of Mo because it's like, I don't know, I feel embarrassed if I do that. But trust me, if it goes really bad, I don't know. So tune in tomorrow, guys. Give us your support. We need all the support we can get. We need to support each other tomorrow. Whether you're Dial Square, whether you're Waffle, whether you're whoever you are, we're all Gooner family. So let's get behind the team tomorrow. I know we've had a whinge, but listen, we've all done it in the past, in the pubs, before socials. We used to go to the pub, have our moan, but when it's time for us to back this team. So whatever's happened, whatever we've discussed today, tomorrow we've got to get behind this team. So let's do this. Let's get that win against the Toon Army tomorrow. And let's take this all the way to the Emirates final day. So even though those mugs have tried to ruin it and mess us up, that we still deliver. It's still in our hands. That's all we need to say. So come on, you Gunners. Come on, Arsenal. Let's do this. Mikel Arteta, if you get us through these last 2 games, all your mistakes for the rest of the season will be forgotten. And that's the end of that.
I don't know about that, Lev. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, listen, it will be forgotten for the time being, and then we'll assess the next season.
Right,
Lev,
okay.
It's 2-1, we'll eat mashed spuds on stream. Okay, don't know. All right, so tomorrow, guys, see you there. Dial Square still love you. All of you guys still love you. Mo still love you. Maximus still love you. Arsenal, Manic, and all you guys. Thank you for the support. I can be a bit of a bitch moaning sometimes, so I apologize.
Just a bit.
Not a bitch, diva. Let's get out of here. It's a Sunday. See you later. Love you guys. Peace out.